This is a 120-foot North Coast. Now this is actually a 2000 boat, but it's just had a 7-figure refit and it is looking mighty fine, particularly because part of that refit was the fact that it was completely repainted from top to bottom all the way down. So it really does look super, super sharp. But the thing that I think I find most prevalent about this boat is the fact that it just feels so very, very comfortable. The inside of this is fantastic, really nice layout, really nicely done, very, very spacious, and I am going to take you on board and I'm going to give you the full tour. Okay, here we go. Now, the very first thing to talk about with this yacht is the bathing platform, which is quite an intriguing device, because what you can do with this is, you see these panels here in the floor, basically this one here will rise up, revealing a deck underneath it. That one there on the back edge lifts up through 90 degrees, and then this whole thing will actually rotate through 180 degrees. It brings that panel up, over and down into the water, so you've basically got a teak bathing platform extension that's actually under the water with steps that go down to it. It makes for an absolutely fantastic swimming zone. Really great if you've got kids and you want a shallow area just behind the boat that they can launch themselves off of, that kind of stuff. Really useful feature, very expensive feature. That was a custom option, and yeah, a lot of money, but worth it because it works brilliantly. You'll see there's a couple of extra bars here, and they will drop into these sections here, so you can close this area off a little bit more if you want to. We've got access here to crew area and engine room. We're going to show you that, of course, but first of all I'm going to take you up here and I am going to give you the full tour. Now, one of the things that they have done with this yacht is they've taken the saloon right out, almost, but not quite to the edge. So there is a crew route for putting fenders on or whatever else along there. You can see there's the handrail along the top. Obviously it's not designed for regular use, it's just if you want to put a fender up there or something like that, or boat cleaning. But the reason they've done that is because you end up with an absolutely spectacular saloon. Check this out. Look at the size of that. And the reason that's so big is because of the way that they've done those decks down the side. Now basically what happens is when you get further forward, the boat comes in on both sides and then your side decks continue right around the bow, and I will show you that in a moment. But that, I think, well, it's just immediately so roomy and so spacious. That works really well. There's a bar area here, as you might have noticed. That's over on the starboard side. So that's a fully equipped bar, like so. So you've got your ice maker and your fridge and so forth. And if we head on forward, this has got the raised pilot house, and what that means is you get a tremendous amount of deck space. The full length of this is utilised. So you've got the dining area here, and then we'll come on forward again. Now here's the access out onto the side decks. So here you can see, we'll come back to that in a minute, how this comes down and then this comes out, and that's what gives you so much space. We're going to head on forward because this I love. This is a country kitchen and this is just amazing. Look at this. That is such a comfortable spot for everyone to gather. Brilliant for family boating. You've got this area here, it's all got new appliances in it, so you've got the new fridge freezers, you've got the cooking and so forth. That one there is another ice maker, complete with ice. But yeah, it's just one of those social spaces that people love to gather in, and that, I think, is brilliant. And the other thing we have up at this end of the boat is, if we wander up here, so that is the actual dining area, and you've got a bar area there as well, as you can see, wine cooler over there in the corner, fantastic, TV up here as well. But this takes us down to a completely separate cabin. So there's another area of the lower deck which I'll show you, which is the main part of the accommodation, but this is a completely standalone cabin. Tons of headroom, tons of space. Got its own ensuite, that's tucked away around here. Got twin sinks, got the loo, got the shower, got the bath, got it all. That's brilliant, isn't it? But yeah, a nice cabin that. Lovely. If we have a look over here, we've got walk-in wardrobe, all cedar lined, very nice. And of course you've got the door there to close it off. So that's that. But if we head back this way, pausing just briefly to look at that because that is so nice. And then we'll come back and I'll show you the rest of the lower deck accommodation. So down here, what we have is two cabins back here, and these are kind of VIP quality really, aren't they? Really good size, big bed. You've got wardrobes down along here like so. Load of headroom, AV equipment in here again, little dressing table, and of course the ensuite tucked away in here with a separate shower. And in fact, we've got two of those because if we wander across to the other side, you'll find something very similar over here. There we go. Again, with the wardrobes, again, with a little dressing area, and again with the ensuite tucked away in there. And the shower. Everything feels so generously proportioned in this yacht. That's the thing that strikes me about it. And this comes back right to what I was saying at the beginning about what a comfortable, family-orientated boat this feels like. And talking of comfort, check this out because this is the owner's cabin. You've got double doors and then you've got this, which is just huge. It's back towards the centre of the boat. You've got masses of storage. In fact, there's two walk-in wardrobes in here. There's this one, like so. Just a really good size. This here actually is AV equipment. So these open, you can see the TV there and so forth, and then they slide back out of the way when you're using it. And it disappears from sight, like so. A load of storage along there. And then you've got a massive ensuite in through here. So showers in the centre. You've got the sink there. Really nice dressing area. Proper bath. You've got another toilet and sink over on that side. So obviously if you've got a couple, you have a side each to yourself. And no, you probably wouldn't use them both at the same time. Could if you wanted to, but the idea is to use these separately. But isn't that nice? I mean, it's just huge, isn't it? Absolutely huge. Brilliant. If we come out this door, this brings us onto this side, so we've got the sofa on this side, and then this is the other walk-in wardrobe. What a fantastic and comfortable yacht. Okay, plenty more to see. But before I forget, I will show you in here because that's the laundry facilities in there, so washer and dryer. Fantastic. Nice lobby area, isn't it? Let's go back up these stairs. I want to take you for a wander around the foredeck, and I'm going to show you some more lovely areas. So back up here, back towards the saloon, and we're going to go out of this door onto the side deck. Now this again has got that deck going back down there, and that's where you can see the extra beam for that saloon area. That's how you get that. If we spin around this way, it's all deep side deck here. You've got the door on the side here as well, so if you're alongside a keep you can come on here and straight through and in. That works well. Got the overhang here, and if we stroll up here, it has got an absolutely enormous, I don't know what you call this, doghouse, bosun's locker. Hang on, let's give it a twist like we did last summer. Check this out. This is just incredible. If you want somewhere to put your toys, your folding bikes, your paddle boards, your kayaks, well, everything really, what a great space that is. Just brilliant. Superb. Okay, let's close that one back down, carry on a little bit further. Sunbathing up here on the bow. Nice area when you're stern to, as we are at the moment, because you're up here looking straight out across the front. Lovely. And then your anchor handling kit is here. People often say, why is there a bell up above the anchor? I get asked that a lot, and my answer traditionally has always been, I don't know really, but actually I found out. You'll be glad to know. And the reason there's a bell there is because if you're at anchor and it's foggy, you should be ringing that bell at regular intervals to let people know that you're there. Although the captain that explained that to me said, of course, the only slight thing about that is, why would you anchor if it's foggy? But nonetheless, if you did, that's what you would do. Let's head back down this side. It's the shore power inlet. And if we come down this side deck, we will find another side door here built into the bulwark and access back into the saloon area. The other thing we've got here actually is the day heads. That's just up in behind here. There we go. Toilet, sink, etc. Oh, little wave in the mirror. We've not done that yet, have we? People tell me off if I don't do it now. Okay, let's come out of here and take in the magnificence again. And again, you see how you can see the width of the boat here, and you can see how it goes out there, and you can see the difference that that makes on both sides. Brilliant. Let's hook on round. So this is back towards the front of the boat, back towards the country kitchen, back towards the stairway down to the lower deck. We're going up because this is the pilot house. Check that out. So here we've got the multifunction displays. We're showing radar at the minute, ready to transmit. We're showing charts. We're also showing the camera system, which is monitoring the whole boat. Let's have a look. So that's just showing the side at the moment, but it will flick through engine room. I could almost do a yacht tour with one of these, couldn't I? There we go. There's cameras all over the place, and you can configure that obviously to display those however you wish. There we go. That's the back of the boat. It's looking from the very top of the hard top down across the back of the boat. Excellent. So that's that. We've got obviously throttle controls are here, steering, bow thruster, autopilot, all that kind of stuff. And then over here as well, more navigation equipment. That is a pretty comprehensive helm position. What you've also got here is another area. So that could be like a mess area for the crew. It could be for people who want to come and enjoy the ride when the boat's underway doing a long passage. Use that as you wish. And there's also a little desk area over on this side as well, which is very helpful for the captain. Okay. And we can go from here. There are some steps at the aft end of this pilot house, and these take you straight up and onto a pretty palatial Flybridge. Now, one of the things that they have done with this is put a pretty serious hardtop onto it. And in fact, I'm led to believe that's a big opening section there, so you can have it open if you want. But the other thing that you can do is that, which you believe is a huge flat screen TV. So you can drop the seats down, you can hinge that down, and that means that when the boat's not underway, obviously, you can sit here and have this as an outdoor cinema area. That would be glorious, wouldn't it, on a beautiful evening? Better watch a movie up here. Upper helm position, obviously. There's new Garmin screens on this one as well, so all the navigation has been updated. And then again, you've got your throttle controls, you've got your bow thruster control, communications, autopilot, and so forth. We've also got a fabulous view of Fort Lauderdale. Check this out. Very nice. Okay, plenty more to see. Bar area for a start. Again, it's all about that comfortable living, isn't it? It's all about having your friends and your family along, and people just having some great chill out zones to really enjoy being on the water. If we come around here, well, then we've got the usual bits and pieces, the fridge and the ice maker and all that kind of stuff. And if we spin on round a little bit further, then we've got the barbecue, quite a serious barbecue at that, on that side. Now here, all of this furniture is freestanding. That means you can configure it however you like, but you can also move it out of the way and use that crane to lift your tender, if you want to, up and onto this deck. It sits in the center line. You can see the sockets for the cradle that it sits in just here. You could use that for lifting jet skis as well. That's a pretty serious heavy duty crane there. The only thing you can't lift with it, and so it says, is people. But that makes that a very configurable area, because you could lose some of that furniture if you didn't want it there. You could just move it out the way if you're on a passage to bring your tender up and put it here where you're on passage, and then launch it when you get to where you're going and put this back. So there's lots of options with that. That works well. And the other thing we have up here then is the steps that take us back down to the cockpit. And that in turn will take us down to the crew areas and the engine space. Now there's two ways down to there. We'll stop just for a moment and take in this cockpit area, because we didn't take a proper look at this when we came on. So this basically, well, as you can see, just a huge great settee across the back of the boat, big tables, plenty of chairs, Maggie taking it easy. That's a nice space, and big overhang as well. These are some of the cameras. You can see there's one there and one there. That's all part of that camera system I was showing you. That door there will take you down to the crew area so that you don't have to go down onto the bathing platform in that way. However, we've got canopies in there in a minute, so we're going to take the other route, but I'll see if I can show you where that comes out. So this way, we can drop back down. This is where we came on, of course, with a magic folding hydraulic bathing platform. And then we can undo this one, like so. So there's a few things to show you down here. The first of which is the crew areas. These are here. So this one is captain's cabin. So double bed. You've got wardrobe in behind here. AV equipment again. Big porthole, but also very nice ensuite in here, because you've got your sink, your toilet, and then a really good separate shower. And then there are two more crew cabins. There's one over on the other side. Thusly, and that's got twin beds, as you can see. That one goes over to the other, sink, again AV equipment and so forth. And then also you've got access into an ensuite, but that's a shared ensuite, because if I reverse back out of there, it'll become a lot clearer if I walk you around here. And there's crew cabin number 3, similar sort of arrangement, and again then with access into the ensuite in the centre. So these doors basically close across like this. That one goes that away, and then you got, if I put a light on in here, it would help, wouldn't it? The light switch, here we go. There we go, shower in there, and yeah, and loo in here. Brilliant. Now, obviously, when you're in there, lock both doors. Right, let's do that how I found it. Put that little wedge back in. There we go. There's storage in here, of course, as you can see. So we've got drawers down underneath here. We've got hanging rail in there. It's all cunning use of space. Okay, laundry facilities as well live down here. So those, obviously, we saw the ones that were inside the boat in the lower deck area, but these are the main laundry facilities, like so. We've got a lot of the electrics here. So the gauges for the genset and the shore converter, so forth, that's all controlled from there. And that is that access that we saw. As I say, we didn't come down that way because at the minute they've got some gear in here, because the boat's not currently out being used. But if we look up there, that's that doorway that we could have got to from the cockpit. So you don't need to come into the bathing platform to get into this area. And then finally, and I want you to remember, this is a 2000 boat. It's over 20 years old, because look at this. That is remarkable. Just looks incredible. Again, a lot of the money in the refit was spent down here, and it shows. These are a pair of MTUs. They're 1,800 horsepower each, and they're giving the boat about 22 knots flat out, cruising 18 to 20 at a fast cruise, or you can drop it back to 10 knots to get long range and get 2,000 miles out of it. Gen sets are down here. You can see there's one over there, the other one on the other side. I'll show you in a moment. We've got, pretty sure that's water maker over there. We've got tool chests. We've got the manifolds for the tanks. We've got another generator over on that side, and so forth. But yeah, how clean is that? And also really easy to get her all the way around. You can walk right around these, as you can see. That's very helpful. We've got the fans running in here, so it's a little bit noisy, so we will make good our escape. There we go. Obviously, if you close that door, everything becomes an awful lot quieter. The only thing we can hear now is the fans running here. That noise in there has gone completely. We come right back here, so you can see how quiet this is. There we go. All we can hear now is the fan running in here. Hang on. There we go. Amazing, isn't it? That is now virtually silent. The only thing we've got left now is the air conditioning wafting down through there. Amazing. Right, having shown you that, let's spin back round. Right, I think we're going to head back out and we're going to finish up over here in the sunshine, back on this aft corner. So that, my friends, God, it's bright out here, is about the size of that. I think that's a fantastic yacht. Huge thanks to Denison Yachting. They organised this tour. Massive thanks as ever to you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of this one, and we will, as ever, catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.